Hey guys, the Democrats are in full-blown treasonous revolt against the United States. I'm going to tell you how. So let's talk about the Democrats and their open insurrection against the United States and its people. Now, a lot of people say that this might be an exaggeration. I don't think it is, because what the Democrats are doing directly exhibits the four earmarks of an insurrection, specifically a communist insurrection. So let's go with those earmarks. The first is leadership. Clearly, the left has leadership. At the top, you see guys like Soros, Bloomberg, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and then going down from there, political figures like Justin Trudeau, Feinstein, Hakeem Jeffries, Rashida Tlaib, occasional Cortex, people like that. So clearly there's an established leadership of the left, okay? So we have the first earmark of an insurrection. The second earmark would be the consolidation of power, bringing a group of people into your circle that support your values and ideas to help you crush resistance. Okay, well, see, we have the Interstate Popular Vote Compact, a bunch of left-leaning states that have decided that our system of election, as reasonably determined by the Constitution of the United States, doesn't work for them, so they're going to change it. They're going to say that 25 to 30 states get to decide the election for the whole country. And never mind those silly people who lean the other way and the way they feel about things, they're going to make it better for them by taking away their vote. That's clearly a consolidation of power. Then you have Every Town for Gun Rights, a national group that is spreading like bed bugs that is just there to basically identify people who want to resist gun confiscation and make them an easier target when it comes time to take their guns. So, okay, clearly we're at 2 steps down, consolidation of power. Okay? Then you have build cells of dissident resistance. Okay? So we've established as politicians already. Then you have Antifa, groups like Planned Murderhood, and our very education system, which is indoctrinating our children to left-leaning values and teaching them that the values their parents grew up with are wrong and evil, and they're stripping our children of the basic principles of morality by teaching them that immorality is the way to go. And they're doing it because once you teach kids that these vile, immoral things are okay, then there's no limits for them. None. So when there is that takeover of communism, well, guess what? Your kids aren't going to be so resistant to the idea of people having to die for values that don't match society's. So that's 3 down. You've got leadership, consolidation of power, and build cells of dissident resistance. Okay? And then lastly, you have stopping your enemy's resistance. And you do that in 3 steps. The first step is you disorganize them, such as passing laws that you can't have militias, passing laws that you can't have citizens' marksmanship groups, passing laws that you can't use public firing ranges, telling you that you can't use your guns in certain industrial and city areas, telling you can't gather in groups and practice CPR or learning to filter water. These are all things that disorganize us and keep us from getting together and working for a common goal to be ready to resist tyranny. Okay? So then you have diminishing resistance. You do this by limiting the avenues of resistance they have available, such as magazine bans, using things like the red star on your driver's license to control how and when people can travel. Yeah. Banning ham radios to diminish the way people can communicate when you cut the internet off. These are all ways that diminish our ability to resist them. And the last one is disarmament. And if we let them get to that point, there's not going to be any hope. So what I encourage you to do is get everyone you know who is either center or right and get them to register to vote and get them out to vote. There's only two paths of resistance at this point. We can resist at the ballot box and hope to God we can stop them there. And after that, we have the Second Amendment, which isn't a happy option, but is an option that our founding fathers knew we might need because of situations like this. Hopefully, folks, we can use the latter and work this out reasonably. Until next time, folks, as always, be decent to each other because we're all in this together. God bless.